So hello everybody, it's your girl, it is Jackie. My topic today is numbers do not lie. Okay? And things are crazy with all this corona stuff, this COVID-19, whatever you want to call it. I want to say lockdown, but it's called quarantine going on. And, you know, more people are staying at home. And if you can stay at home, cool, do that so you can be safe. Hello, thank you for joining me. And we can all be safe, right? For those of you who don't know me, my name is Jackie. I'm a life and business coach. What I do, hello, Dana, how are you doing? And hello, whoever else just joined me. I can't see you yet, but thank you for joining me. I am a life and business coach. What I do is I help entrepreneurs build their life, their finances, and their business. So today we're talking about numbers don't lie. Now, I know a lot of times people get uncomfortable for some reason with numbers. Well, baby, if you want a business, whether it be a side hustle or your main hustle, you have to get comfortable with numbers. Okay, you should get comfortable with numbers. And for those of you who do not have a business, you should get a business. Do you know how much money you're leaving on the table? Let's just say you open up a business and you didn't sell nothing, right? All you had was expensive. Hello, Helen. All you had was expenses. Okay, and do you know that if you opened up an LLC, now this varies from state to state, you open up an LLC, that you can deduct a percentage of all your expenses that are related to the business. So that means anytime you go out to eat, you need to be conducting business. Okay, anytime you take a trip, you should be conducting business. Anytime you buy something, it's because it's for your business. It's for presentation. Because what happens is, if you create a business as a single member LLC, when you file your income, everybody doesn't have states, but if you have a business, you're going to file with the state and you're going to file with the federal. But with the federal, with the LLC, single member LLC, they have something called pass-through. So all the taxes and all the profit is passed through to your income. And if you are a single member LLC, that means you file your income taxes and then you file with a Schedule C, right? And those expenses can be deducted under your business because they are business related, thus reducing the amount of taxes that you actually owe. And some people might say, oh, that's no big deal, I get earned income credit. Well, baby, multiply that. And money is not everything, but listen, it surely can help your family live comfortably. Okay? It is all about impact, but you can't take impact to the light bill company. You say, oh, you can't turn off my lights because I'm here making impact. So they need money in order to keep your utilities on. Okay? So anyway, and numbers don't lie. So this is why this is important. Like when you create your business plan, you need numbers. And we have to get acquainted, because numbers are not our enemy. Numbers are our friends, because numbers will do three things, right? Numbers will tell you when you are successful in an area. Okay? Numbers will also tell you when you are failing in an area. Numbers will also tell you when it's time to go to the next phase. It does that in your life, it does it in your finances, and it does it in your business. Here's an example of your life. If you go to the doctor's going to weigh you. Check. He looking for a number. if your BMI is above 40 and above, he's gonna tell you to lose weight. If it's below, if you underweight, he's gonna tell you to gain weight, right? If you are headed toward the right amount, he's gonna tell you good job. So in other words, that number, that weight, that amount allows the doctor, plus taking your blood pressure and your and drawing blood, the numbers that they receive from that tells them that you are in good health, that you are successful. It'll tell them that you are failing. You need to do something. Something is going on. It triggers something. It tells them when it's time for you to go to the next step. Maybe you've already started plateauing in your weight loss or in your health journey, whatever that journey is, and it's time to do something else because you don't want to. You might want to keep losing weight, or you might want to keep building muscle, so you have to get past that plateau. Numbers don't lie. Okay, in your finances, y'all, in your finances, you go to the bank, okay? You go to the bank and you got a negative $100. Okay? That number's telling you that you fell into account for something that you are spending. Okay? If you see plus $100, that number is telling you that you are being successful because if you paid all your bills, you've reached break even, or you may even have a profit depending on what you do with your money. Okay? And it may say your goal is I'm going to give y'all my example because I freed myself. One of the things besides my beautiful children that I'm most proud of and my degree is the fact that I freed myself of over $204,000 of debt. So how did I do that? I did this by paying attention to my numbers, because numbers do not lie, y'all. So, okay. So I had to track my numbers and have an ultimate goal. Regardless of what you're doing, you want to have an ultimate goal. Not just surviving, thriving. So when I decide to conquer my $204,000 of debt, I had to say, okay, how can I get to the point where I'm surviving and things are being paid instead of going into the negative? And y'all might not see debt as a negative. It depends on what the debt is for. At this particular point in time of my life, the debt was negative because it was money that I owed. Okay? So it was negative. So I had to come up with a plan. How can I pay this debt off and go from surviving to thriving? I had to assign a number. That means I had to look and see how much I actually owe. That means I had to negotiate with my lenders or whoever to get this, to create a budget that I can afford, because I had children that I was still taking care of. And I had to take care of myself, and your girl got to eat. Hello, thank you for joining me. So those numbers were important for my journey. And so when I used, there's methods. You can use the avalanche effect, or you can use the snowball method. The avalanche, it means, is you put all your debt on a piece of paper and you arrange them, or you knock out the debt according to the interest rate and the principal. So you do the whole balance, and you hit hard the one with the highest interest. Okay, because if you tackle that interest or that one, it'll free up money, and you take once you knock that debt out, you take that money and you just keep on going down the road, right? An avalanche is like, y'all, it's just like a mountain or whatever crumbling or whatever. The snowball effect is you don't work, you're not focused on the interest, you're focused on the grand total, and you start by knocking out the lowest balance, and you take that money and you throw it on the other bills, right? That is the snowball effect. So in tracking that, you know you have this percentage that you are paying. Can you meet it? Yes. How much is the whole bill? How much you putting on the bill? I'm just throwing a number. If your goal is to have make $1,500 and throw it on your bills, and you 1 month you did 15, the next month you did 1,400, well, you're still successful because you're able to knock out 93% of your debt. Okay, let's bring it back to business. Same thing with business. Numbers do not lie. They tell you when you're successful, they tell you when you're failing, and they'll tell you whether you need to back up and rethink that thing again, or you need to move to the next level. That's number 3. So in business, if you have $100 product, and your goal is to quit your full-time job because you want to be completely full-time, even though you work full-time at your self-employment. You just want to focus on your self-employment and you don't want to do work for somebody else. So you have an ultimate goal. What is your goal? To live comfortably. Okay, because we're not doing things to where we are just surviving. We're going from surviving to thriving. Now, when we go to thriving, that is wealth. Okay, wealth is not necessarily you got millions and billions and trillions of dollars. Wealth is when you are thriving at something. Okay, whether it's thriving at your weight or thriving at the appropriate way, thriving in another health area, thriving at your self-image. You are thriving, so that is your wealth. Okay, so say your goal is to make $1,500 a month. You sell a $100 product, so that means you need to sell 15. 1 month you hit 15, boom, bada bang. That number says you success. Woo, yes. Next month you hit 14. You sell 14 units, $1,400. Yes, you success. That's 93%. The next month after that, let's say you got, I don't know, 13. Let's say that's 73% because I'm not doing the math in my head. So that is a 73%, and that's like a C. That number triggers something because we can't go no further than that, because that would mean we start to fail. Where we are in the satisfactory range, and yes, C do mean continue, but we have to make sure that we evaluate everything that we've been doing. We've missed something, because how can we go to 1,500 1 month, 1,400 the next month, and this month we got 1,300? Something is wrong. So you look at your numbers and your procedures to see what you have missed. Perhaps you neglected to send emails out to people, or perhaps you had an invoice that you thought was sent, but it's still circling in email land, and that might be why you haven't got it. But if you don't get accustomed with whatever your numbers is, be friends with your numbers, you won't know, and you will be failing. And in 2020, the year is still, I know there's sickness out there, but we still living in a year of wealth and abundance, because I told y'all wealth is thriving. Okay, so we're living in the year where we are going to thrive, and we're going to thrive abundantly. So everything that we touch is going to thrive abundantly. Everything that we sow is going to thrive abundantly. Our legacy is going to thrive abundantly. Everything that we're connected to is going to thrive abundantly, because we put that energy into the universe, because we spoke a word over our life, over our finances, over our business, because we activated a plan, because we became familiar with our numbers. We're tracking what we're doing. We're writing our vision down. We're creating a business plan for, even if you don't have a regular business, your business is your family. Where you see you and your family going. Okay, whatever that is, get accustomed to your numbers. And listen, for those of you who are interested in a business, I want to invite you to join me for my business builder group today at about about 5 o'clock, about 30 minutes or so, I'm going to regroup and I'm going to be live in that group. I'm doing a training. It's called Your Business Plan and Your Visibility, because I told you we thriving in this year. We are doing everything that we can to stay safe, to keep our families safe, because we are determined to walk in a spirit of thriving and thriving abundantly. Okay, despite what's going on, we're going to protect ourselves. We're going to trust. We're going to apply our faith and walk in faith. That's all I have for you all. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, Helen. Thank you, Deanna. Thank you for everybody that popped in. My name is Jackie. I am a life and business coach. What I do is I help entrepreneurs build their life, their finances, and their business. And I put that Linktree link. If y'all ready to excel, you want to pop in there and jump into that group. I'm going to be on about 30 something minutes, and I'll be doing a live training. Be there or be square. Bye, y'all. Thank you.